Hello guys, Ancient Gameplays, I'm Fabio Pisco, and today I'm really happy to bring you this new video. The video that most people have been waiting for like at least 1 month, and I'm bringing it today, so I'm really excited. And it is a video about the $700 White PC build with the Ryzen 7. If you like this kind of videos, you can check, for example, these videos of older builds I made, and if you already watched these videos, you know that I have always 3 parts in this video. So the first part is to show off the PC, the style per se, the colors, the aesthetic of the build, if the build is cool or not, several points, several aspects, and outside, inside, with lights off, lights on, and etc. And that's the first part. The second part is the gaming benchmarks. So in this case there are 6 games tested, including, for example, Metro, Exodus, CSGO, Resident Evil 2, Apex Legends, for example. And after each chart, we have first the charts, of course. After each chart with narration, we have gameplay of 20 seconds for you to see, for example, the frame times, and for you to see that I'm not lying. The third part is showing the PC parts, so the PC hardware and how much did every part cost to make this final price of $700. So that's it. I will also say if the parts are new or used, of course. That's it. And in the end we also have the conclusion, the resume, which I like to do. Guys, really hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Hit like, subscribe and share the video because that matters a lot. And let's now go to the show off of the build and the rest of the shit. See you soon. Well, now on the most important part, the prices. I must say I got some pretty good deals here and I had to bargain. This build features a Ryzen 7 1700S CPU and an AMD RX 480 as a GPU. Nowadays in most countries you may be able to find these parts for values close to these ones, or even lower if you're lucky, of course. The only new parts were the motherboard, CPU cooler, HDD and the fans. Also, I must say that both GPU and PSU were painted white in order to make the build look better. Overall, excellent prices in my opinion. Let's now go to the gaming benchmarks. The first game tested today is CSGO. Be aware that these results are not gameplay results, and this serves mostly for you to compare your PC to this one. Also, you can see pretty low minimum FPS at 1080p, but that is due to the smoke parts on the map that are crazy GPU intensive. Overall, this PC can handle pretty good FPS numbers on CSGO. Let's watch it. Now with the beloved Battlefield 1, this time testing in multiplayer death matches. That means a total of 20 players in the map. As can be seen, it can be easily played at 1080p, being its medium or ultra settings. Even using ultra settings, we see an average of 99.8 FPS and 83.3 on the 1% lows, which is a pretty good number. 1440p is pretty playable using medium settings, but once you go up to ultra, the 1% lows will dip to below 60 and we don't want that, of course. Let's see the gameplay. The third game is GTA 5 with a running around the city test. GTA 5 is an old game but still pretty demanding once you go ultra settings. But well, even at 1440p Ultra our system can display an average FPS of 63.3 FPS, while the 1% lows, sadly, dipped to around 48 FPS. But the big point here is, fuck ultra settings. There will be almost no difference from ultra to very high settings and the game will run way better, mostly at 1440p. Now the gameplay time. Now testing the recently launched Metro Exodus. That is an outstanding game. This game is quite heavy and that can be easily seen in this graph, of course. Still, this setup easily handled the game at 1080p, being it high settings or medium ones. From medium to high settings the difference is pretty noticeable graphically wise, mostly on lighting effects for example and ambient occlusion. Still pretty enjoyable even at medium settings. Let's watch the gameplay. This is another recently launched game, Resident Evil 2 Remake. This test was done using the first step you have to do once you reach the police station in the beginning of the game. This game runs awesomely well in almost any system, and in this particular system is pushing over 100 average FPS at 1080p high settings, and even at 1440p is pushing over 70, which is quite good. Now, hammer time, gameplay time. Let's watch it.
Oh!
The last game tested with charts is The Witcher 3. This is another old but gold game. Amazingly beautiful even by today's standards. What can be immediately noticed is that going from medium settings to high settings doesn't have a big impact in performance. Well, in fact, the performance impact is quite null, which is great. I've played this game before with my RX 480 and I could not maintain 60 FPS at 1440p. This was like 1 year ago or more. Guess AMD drivers are doing their job. Let's see the final gameplay.
God, let even you into the city. My wife won't believe me when I tell her.
And well, as a bonus, I bring you a gameplay of Apex Legends. Since I can't use the virtual super resolution in this game, we will simply have an 1 minute gameplay before the conclusion. Hope you enjoy.
Shots fired and they're hitting me. Ugh, I'm down. I got a bad guy.
Shot at. Reloading. Down. Reloading. Phasing.
Let's move that way.
Getting shot at.
So guys, what I think about this build? In my opinion, this build is astonishing for the price, and I don't think that unless you live in, for example, America, unless you live in America, I don't really think that you can find, for example, much better for this price. So we have the mid NGPU RX 480, 8GB overclocked. We have a Ryzen 7 1700. It's the first generation Ryzens, one of the first generation Ryzens, but it is still a great It's still a great CPU, and whatever, for 130 euros, it's a crazy deal of a price, so I just had to pick it. So overall, the aesthetic of the build and the performance of the build, both are really good for $700, so I don't think I could make one build like this again. Maybe in a close future because prices are dropping, but this is a really good build for the price, so I'm happy, of course. To finalize, I just want to tell you that, well, things will change a bit. So in this wall will go to a grayish tone, like for example, it will be like this gray, for example, quite cool. Will be dark gray, let's say not dark, but that middle tone dark gray. This wall beside the camera is also, for example, yellow, like I show in this video if you want to see the 10k subscribers special. And I will also paint it gray, as in this wall in the middle, this separation will be white. I think it will look really cool, and I'm looking further to it. Things will change. I will also put the symbol of the channel, Ancient Gameplays, here, and I will also soon be selling and mostly doing for myself to wear in the videos merchandising, so shirts, sleeved shirts, and etc. So that's it. Leave a comment in the comment section because that is really important. Tell me what you think about this build, if you don't mind at all, of course. Tell me what you think about this build, if you think it is a good build or not a good one. If you can get better for the same price, just tell me in the comment sections. One more time, thanks a lot for watching. Like, subscribe and share the video. Thanks and see you in the next one.